We have Wilfred Mbong with us from City. Okay, yes, it's just one City FM, not 3-1. How you doing?
I'm very fine. Good morning. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, now, you heard most of the things he said, the collegiate system in the US and all that. We know we don't have that here because our educational system is a bit different. But can you really compare? Is it close?
No, not at all. Far from it. When you talk about the collegiate system, it's a system such that they get to combine sports and education because it's not just about your ability to run or maybe compete in certain sports. The intelligent part of it is very key, and the Americans are very big on the intelligence aspects, which comes with education. Now, here in Nigeria, the only system or the major system that on athletes happens to be the trials, the national trials, and of which even the last one in Abuja, we saw how it ended in protest. So there's really no system in place to try and get those guys to run. Yes, we've seen certain guys coming trying to get talents like the making of champions, like the one in Benin City where we saw Joy Udo Gabriel emerge. That was in 2016 or thereabouts. So apart from one or two instances, there's really no developmental program, and until we get it right, we might not be able to replace those talents we used to have way back in the 80s and 90s. Otherwise, for me, athletics going down the drain.
Okay, all right. So let's take out the gloomy picture for a while and talk about your impression. As about 2018 has come and gone. A lot of people have said different things. We argue over some, we agree on some, but I think one of the things we can all agree on that it was 5 fun-filled days of athletics. So your impression generally? Yeah,
let me start with the positive, even though the negative is what a lot of people would want to hear.
That already, so.
For the fact that athletics could bring so many people into the stadium, it's a big plus for Nigeria. And this is one thing the IAF would be looking at, because we've seen many international tournaments, and when these tournaments hold, they always want you to guarantee crowd attendance. Now, if despite collecting 500 naira for a regular and then 1,000 for the VIPs and the rest, a covered stand, and the stadium was always filled, that's a huge positive for Nigeria ahead of the bid for the 2025 World Athletics Championship, which an African nation would get to host. And Musa Gusso did say that Nigeria will get to bid for that one for 2025. That's the World Athletics Championship. We'll see how that would go. So apart from that, what other positive can I pick out? Well, it's good to see Joy.
Relatively unknown athletes that won gold medals?
Yes, especially in the women category. The women have been the one doing everything for us, unfortunately. Fortunately, depends how you want to look at it. But for me, yes, some of that guys might have won medals for Nigeria, but it's just basically joy, because her steady progress is something everybody should keep an eye on.
And what the future holds as well.
Yes, because finishing third in 100 meters, and you look at the starting lineup, for the fact that Jose Maria Talu was running in that one, she was even running next to her, and she was still able to finish in a medal place, which she couldn't do at the Commonwealth Games earlier on this year in Australia. I think she crashed out in the semi-finals, couldn't make it into the finals. So it's a steady progress. So I'm already saying head to Blessing Okabara. I think it's still a long way to go, but when you look at her gradual progression there, yes, she's one person you should keep an eye on.
Yeah, we looked at, we saw shot puts, we've seen javelin, we've seen hammer throw. These are events, usually field events. You just say, okay, let's focus on the track, let's leave field events, especially when we're going for Olympics. We've been able to win a medal in javelin, bronze medal, shot put, a gold medal, hammer throw, and all that. What does it mean for Nigerian athletes?
It actually means that we are gradually shifting from the tracks, because in the past it's always the track that will always get us those medals. But as the track is suffering, and then we see that the field events are gradually picking up. But I think it's more about individual efforts, if you ask me. Because those guys, many of them get to train on their own. They get to develop themselves on their own. So it's not like there's a system that is even getting this athletes for us. So unless we have more people training themselves, going the extra mile to ensure that they get to make Nigeria proud, then this momentum might just die before you know it.
So, we just saw Grace now. Grace and Anigbata, the athlete, she won a gold medal in triple jump. And funny enough about this event that I wasn't really happy with was the fact that she was supposed to compete in high jump and also in triple jump. She had to sacrifice one because it was going clashing.
Yeah.
So she had to pick one, and she picked the triple jump. And while she was lucky, she picked it, and that's where she got a gold medal. And when you listen to her story, it's like this girl practically, single-handedly with her coach did all this all alone. She had to train it alone. She had to make sure,
it's been the norm.
It's been the norm.
Blessing has been hammering on this, that she's the one doing everything. Although, yes, you can't take away the Delta State government. They've also supported her maybe one way or the other, and being that she's from there. But look at Jose Maria Talu, for example. She came with a team.
Yep.
Yeah, these guys don't move alone.
Africans, each of them, we saw how
many. It's telling. You talk about the South Africans. Look at Simbine, for example, the 100 meters champion. Look at the guy who won the 200 meters race. That's for men. Two South Africans. If Nekik was here, the 400 meters, they would have won all of them. Exactly. Then you have Casta winning 800 meters. And
the 400.
In the past, you see South Africa in the pool, they will dominate and in other sports, but now they are bringing it to the track, knocking us off our perch. It's a major issue for us.
It is. Let's hear from Grace, her experience in Asaba, and also how she was able to make it to the podium.
In terms of the preparation, I thank my coach so much because we really work hard. We always do our best, hoping that God will help us. And we train harder, endure the pains, even though I'm feeling pains. Tomorrow morning, I still need to go out again because I know what I'm looking for. And this is my first time in senior competition, so I really need to put on my best to make my coach happy. And I thank God. I did it. Well, I have a lot of fans. Because even my people, I need to come there for them to come there because here is Nigeria. It's an opportunity for them to come and watch me, see what I'm doing. So with their own fans and the fans of the other people out there and the fans, because here is Nigeria. So for the part I'm putting on Nigeria, I know I have a lot of fans and I need to make them happy, and I made it. Before the competition starts, I was like, when I see the program, I was like, hi God, why did they put my event on the last day? This shows that I won't have fun. I have to think of my competition so hard. I said, anyway, God knows why. Because today is the last day, so that shows I'll have a lot of fans that will cheer me up, and I need to make them happy because this is the last day, and I need to give Nigeria a gold medal to conclude the competition day. And as God may have it, I did it.
Yeah, she did it. You know what it means when you're competing at home and you have to tell your parents, come on, it's just a road trip. 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Exactly.
You're here, and all of them had to come to the stadium to support her. A good one for Grace, and see how happy, how excited she is.
Yes, she is. And I watching the interview, I was just smiling myself, contagious smile there, and it's good for her. But we talk about this thing of the money they got from this particular game. So, like you said, normally you expect that this money probably will go into the family, but you just see that the money goes back straight into the system.
Especially if you're serious coaches about winning. If you're serious about staying, but if to you is a one-off, you spend the money.
No, nobody wants to remain at a sport. You want to keep developing.
And I think we all agree that it shouldn't be the headache of the athlete, how to pay the nutritionist, what events to go in. I mean, your doctors, other people that are working should be able to make those decisions for you. And yours should just be concentrate on doing that event. When they tell you, oh, you're injured, don't run now. You look at Usain Bolt, you can look at the calendar, 15 events, pick 2.
Exactly. And that's
not hungry. And he runs when he feels he needs to run. He's not running because he has to pick some little money here and there. And,
if it was about the money, he would still be running. He's just 31. He could still finish on the podium in 100 meters, 200 meters. So if it's about the money, he'll still be running. But the other things giving him money, endorsements and the others. So, but some of these athletes, when you speak to them, background or off camera, they'll tell you, look, nobody's doing anything for me. That I've gotten here, it's all by myself.
Hard work.
That's not good enough. Okay, you mentioned Sabine talking about the South African who won the 100 meters. That's him right there, a big boy in his own class. You know what it means for these guys to actually be in Asaba. I understand how the fans had to come because these are guys, you watch them on TV, you see them at Diamond Leagues, you know, every 2 weeks and all that from across Europe. Then you see them at the World Championships, see them at the Olympics, but then all of them coming down here just to compete shows a whole lot. And when I spoke to one of the officials of South Africa, he said, look, all the top athletes needed to be here. They could have been competing in the Diamond Leagues, but they know how important it is because they know what the federation is actually putting in to ensure that they are the best. I'll stop talking. I just listen to this guy. His next focus is, of course, the World Championships. So he's not worried about anything. Just keep training and get a target for himself.
It's really great for me to come out there and just show my dominance in the sprinting world. You know, I'm really happy to come out there and get the gold medal and just, you know, perform in front of a packed stadium. I think it's a real high possibility. You know, we have great performers, great athletes that are motivated and wanting to perform. You know, for us, it's not just as a stepping stone to next year's World Championships, and we want to show the world that we are a good nation and a good nation in the athletics world. So for us, it's really one of our goals, and we are focused on achieving that.